You may have been wondering where I am at the moment. Things aren't going as good as they could have gone. Don't worry, I've still got my job, but it's going through that steep learning curve that you get when you get new jobs. First of all, I want to say sorry to Tony Mullins. I may have rushed him a bit with something. I may have said some negative stuff about someone, and between the death of his grandfather and me rushing him and more negativity, could have been the straw that broke the donkey's back, but I think he's just had a gut full of negativity for the meantime. I really don't know 100% exactly what I've done wrong, but I think it's all revolves around too much negativity, and I know that shit can drag you down. Negativity was a big part of my life before 2005. You know, it's not the way to go, but it's sometimes you just got to call a spade, even if it turns out being negative when you call it a spade. You know, it's just... A lot of this has to do with my last video. Some of you already know what's going on. Others of you will find out at a later date, but to be quite honest, I could probably have a rest from this channel and the whole circus for 2 or 3 weeks. So there might be... I've got a couple of videos to upload, but don't expect to see much for 2 or 3 weeks. Sorry guys, but that's just sort of the way it is. It's funny what it takes you so long to see sometimes. When I finally tell you what I've come to notice that I should have noticed a long time ago, I may lose a lot of subscribers, but you know what? Fuck it. I think the truth is what really matters at the end of the day, whether it's positive truth, negative truth, or whatever. My grandfather's about stuffed as well. I was told this morning he has 12 to 24 hours to live. His hands are going purple, his skin and bones, he's staying alive on morphine at the moment. He can't eat. He's going to be stuffed. Most of the family today has gone and said goodbye to him. I can't go in there and see someone who won't even recognise me, is barely conscious and is all messed up like that. It's just... I'm unaffected by death because I realise that generally you can't do shit about it, you know. Between upsetting Tony Mullins and, you know, the stresses of trying to master some things at work. One thing, I'm having a hell of a job getting down pat. I was good at it and now I've stuffed it up again. And, you know, the steep learning curve you get when you start a new job and all the stuff that's going to play out with my grandfather and the funeral and all that. And what else I've come to find out recently and come to, well, not find out, but just, that last video I made was probably the straw that broke the donkey's back on something else, you know. And I think sooner or later it was going to happen regardless, but as I said, a lot of not a lot that's not negative to tell you there. Friggin' great, isn't it? You know, but there's one thing that's positive in all this. My sister had a son about 2 weeks ago. Amazing. Another boy in the family. Well, we've got so many girls as it is. And house is all finished and going quite well. I've seen some photos. I've even got a photo, and it looks great. There's one room that didn't even have a floor in it. They've put a floor in. They've got getting a septic system set up and all that, and he's got to bring the shower over and set that up, and it's his business is actually going quite alright. Quite surprisingly, it's sort of taken off, and so at least there's some positive news there. But I'm sort of pretty good when it comes to stressful shit, but you know, primarily because, as I said, there was a lot of negativity in my life pre-2005, and I've become so hardened to negativity and stress that I don't go as bad as the average person does when they're faced with a lot of bad shit all happening at once. But I just thought I should tell you what's going on and what not, and not looking forward to the impending shitstorm that may lose me some subscribers in future when I finally talk about what I've come to realise without a doubt, and it just has to be said, you know. Some of you already know what it is. Some of you have copped hints from other people. Anyway, I enjoy the support of you that like my channel and like the stuff I show, and all that, and thanks for being there, and thanks to those few who do talk to me quite a lot and whatnot. Yeah.